I make really nice men into fucking arseholes. I'm convinced.
For anyone not watching on YouTube, I'm also a phenomenal dancer. Do you know, like a scuttling rat in an alley is a fleshlight to him. Like we are not. That one is. Yes, Ben! Podcast. Welcome to Bit Much, Babe, the podcast run by two girls who've traditionally been a little bit much, and are Ben. How you doing there, Ben?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Living the dream.
Yeah?
It's been a long time since last record, so
Yeah.
a lot has changed. A lot has changed.
Has your t-shirt changed?
A t-shirt has changed.
Oh, it has, okay.
I had a black t-shirt with like
Sorry.
stripy on the sides.
No, you're right. It was, yeah.
You'll have seen the little number. You'll have seen that little number. It'll pop up again, I'm sure.
Oh, God. I can't wait till this unleashes the fashion icon side of Ben Robinson.
Yeah. When I'm like, I've got nothing else to wear, I just need to go mad.
Yeah, you
Because
do.
I can't wear the same thing twice.
No, God, no.
Not in
God,
this
no.
pod.
People notice.
Yeah.
God.
Sick. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm tired because I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching the Paddy the Baddie and Molly Meatball McCann documentary on BBC iPlayer.
Can you tell me who Paddy the Baddie is? Because I know
Paddy
Molly
the-
the Meatballs.
Paddy the Baddie's a UFC fighter.
And is he a boy?
He's a boy.
And
yes.
Molly's a girl.
And Molly's
Yeah.
a girl. And they're both from Liverpool.
Right.
And I got in last night and me and Emily watched Love Island. And then she put that on and we got one episode in and both looked at each other and went, well, we're going to have to see this through.
Are they together?
And watched the whole thing. No.
She's a lesbian.
They're best. Yeah, she's a lesbian. But they're best friends and they've both gone up the ranks together. And they're both from
that.
Liverpool and they're both fighting in like the biggest kind of. And I don't really understand the UFC. I need to make that very clear. Don't
Yeah.
understand it in the slightest.
It's in Friends. It's when Pete and Friends did it. You know, when
Ultimate
he-
Fighting Champion.
Yeah.
He wasn't the actual. Was that the actual UFC though?
Well, it won't have been. They wouldn't
Because
have
it's
put
the
that
Ultimate
actor
Fighting
into the UFC.
Championship. No, I don't know whether they were in the UFC in the.
I think
Friends
it was because it
universe.
was called Ultimate Fighting Champion.
Yeah, this is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, so it's a league rather than.
Oh,
Because
right,
it's
okay.
MMA. The sport is MMA.
Oh,
Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't
So
really
the
know.
sport is MMA, and
Yeah.
then the league. So it's
Yeah.
like football and the Premier League.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sport
essentially.
is
Yeah.
MMA, and the league is UFC.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Fabulous. And that is Conor McGregor.
Paddy the Baddie's Roy Keane.
Yeah.
No,
This
he's not.
is hot.
That's offensive.
Are they both very good?
Yeah, they're both phenomenal. And but the documentary was kind of all about them both training for fights. And Paddy he now has twins, but in the documentary he was expecting twins. And like it's all about like them. It's all about Liverpool and like it was genuinely lovely.
Do you get really
And it was-
patriotic?
I did, but it was so funny because these fights have happened. But me
So
and
you know
Emily,
the ending?
Yeah, but me and Emily were watching it like we didn't, and we were like, we it got to the next episode, and Emily went, we're going to have to watch it now because we need to know if Molly wins the fight. And I was like, it happened months ago,
could
but I
Google it.
completely
Yeah.
agree. Like we were both sat there going, come on, Mol, come on, Mol, come on, Mol. It happened months ago, but it was
Did she
so
win?
good. Yeah, she did win. She had 2 defeats on the bounce.
On the what?
On the bounce, like 2 defeats on the run.
Okay.
On the bounce is on the run. And then
We're learning. We're learning out here.
It's
We're
a learning podcast.
Ultimate Scouts Championship.
And then she smashed it, got a submission as well, which means the other girl tapped out. So it wasn't like a points decision like the other girl. It was like no more.
Begging.
Yeah,
That's
begging
what
to
I'd
stop.
want. Beg me to stop.
Yeah, beg me to
Fucking
stop.
yes. Go, Molly. Do you watch fighting?
I used to when I was younger.
What, just on the street? Or like,
Yeah, in Morecambe. Yeah. Smackhead versus Crackhead. Who's gonna win?
Over portion chips.
Is that how Tyson Fury got so good, do you think?
I think Tyson
Fighting
Fury
man.
got good because his dad's mental. And his dad just pushed him into, you've got to be a fighting man, you're from the Morecambe family. And I think it was that.
From the Morecambe family.
Yeah.
It's nice though, isn't it?
Not particularly.
Oh, right.
No,
It was quite pretty.
No, it used to be like a holiday destination.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like
Yeah.
it was like by the sea,
Yeah.
and you used to go to the arcades and that and donkey rides. Whereas now it's just been
Now
run
the
down.
donkeys are just like,
It's the same donkey.
Now the donkey rides you.
it's actually just an XL American bully with kids stuck in his back like, like those like bull things. I smell a child.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's a bit run down.
I love a rundown seaside town though.
Have you been to Morecambe?
Oh, they're so good. I will have done years ago. I haven't in recent memory, but I will have done because it was free. And I spent any seaside destination we went to as kids, we went to all of them constantly
Yeah.
because they were free.
Yeah.
Blackpool.
And they were long open spaces, so they could just let me run. You know, because I was treated like a dog.
Yeah.
And it's just genuinely
one of those really long leashes that like extend.
They didn't have a leash, you fucking bastard. My granddad's genuine thing was, she'll come back when she's hungry. And I did.
God bless you.
It's true. Like, it just be like, let free.
God.
Go.
90s parents were wilding. You know what I mean? You're too little. When were you born?
2002.
Fuck!
It's
You were
disgusting,
not.
that.
2002.
You were born post 9/11.
Mental.
He's post 9/11.
How were you? 96. Same as
Yeah.
Maze. Yeah, just almost
96.
exactly the same age as my sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I realised the other day. I don't know if I said this. I remember my mum doing the big shop and leaving us in the car. Like she left us three in the car and would like leave me with £1 and be like, just only put it in the machine if you see a traffic warden, and then just leave us and do the big shop. Not like I'm going to pop in and grab a milk. Like absolutely hysterical. She might have cracked a window.
Yeah.
How old?
So it would have been all three of us. So I'd have been like, what, 10, 5 and 1 or 2? Like, just she was like, I don't want taking the kids. Like, hilarious.
Logistically, what's the point?
There's trolleys with seats.
Yeah.
There's trolleys with seats.
Yeah, but there's 3 of years, which means you'd have to get, what, 3
I
trolleys?
know, and then someone kicks off, and then someone wants a baguette to eat on the way round. Yeah,
baguette.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had culture differences.
Okay.
That's a big one.
Not everyone?
Someone wants
Okay.
a baguette. A baguette.
That's not what you did. We made a beeline for bakery bit at Sainsbury's, and then we were allowed to share a baguette
Your
on the way
big shot
round.
was in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
Oh, God. My big shot was not in Sainsbury's.
Where's your big shot?
My big shot was in Walton Asda.
Oh, right. What? Okay.
So,
Asda.
just off Queen's Drive.
That's just great. I told you, I love a superstore.
It is, and what we do, if I ever lost my nan and granddad in Asda, I'd head to the whoopsie bit. So all like the food that's going out of date, or
right.
like it's like smushed or whatever, they get the
So
yellow
you
stickers on.
Went to the damage section.
This
is such a metaphor. Kay lost in Asda took herself to the damage section where she knew she'd be found.
Yeah, that's where you go. That's where I'd meet them because I'd know that they always ended their big shop there. Well, to be fair, I say ended. They didn't really start their big shop unless they were there. But I'd go to the whoopsie section. That's how I'd know.
Okay, can I tell you, we have such massive cultural differences and personality differences.
Yes.
Do you know what I did?
What?
I realised, based on the first time this ever happened when I did get lost in Big Sainsbury's.
I know what you're going to say.
Have I said it here?
No, but I just know you.
Okay, yeah. So I got lost in the Big Sainsbury's and I was very little, like 2.5, 3, very little. So it must have been quite scary for my mum, I imagine. Although, I got my name read out over the tannoy. Would Harriet Preston please come to cashier 3? And obviously my mum was like, she doesn't know what cashier 3 is. Like, what? Anyway, but all I remember is I got my name read out and I just remember being like,
And it awoke the narcissist in you.
It awoke something. And so every single time I would run to Sainsbury's and I'd fucking bolt, like just bolt down the cereal section and get behind the cereal boxes, wait till I got my name read out over the tannoy, and then like flounce.
Singing into your
to the
baguette.
cashier like, I'm Harriet Preston. And to the point that my mum, she got so used to it that she let me. Because she was like, she's fine, she's hiding somewhere.
Yeah.
She's waiting for her name to get read out and then
Yeah.
she'll come and join me. And so she worked out a way of doing the big shop all by herself because I was like crouched behind like, a Shreddies box. And then right at the end when she paid for everything, she'd be like, oh, sorry, could you just wang Harriet Preston out over the tannoy because she's going to emerge strutting down aisle 19. Absolutely elated.
God, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
No, all it took,
Jesus.
my name read out of the tannoy. And maybe something myself.
I mean, and that is the start of your stardom.
We can argue.
That is how you knew.
Yeah, no, big time. Big
That is
time.
exactly how you... What were you in your nativity?
Don't be silly, Mary.
So was I, of course. Just checking.
Star.
Just checking.
Mary.
What were you?
And then, yeah.
God. Were you a
Shepherd.
lobster or something?
Shepherd, absolutely. Shepherd vibes. Knew it!
Yeah, I
You
was
could
a
always tell
shepherd.
a shepherd.
You had
I
a
was a
tea towel
shepherd.
on your head.
Because you were
didn't
nice and tall. Yeah.
Tea towel beard, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get elastic band to hold it down.
I didn't have any lines.
That's okay.
That's all right.
I remember wanting to be Mr. Toad in Wind in the Willows.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
more of a
didn't get
ratty
it.
though, aren't you?
I was more of a extra. That's all
Right,
it was.
okay. Right. No, you always gave it to like Mr. Toad was always the rambunctious child, you know, with the big cheeks.
Hang on a
Yeah.
minute. You did Wind in the Willows.
That's like a school play.
everyone did
That's
it.
like a school play.
No,
We
they
did-
didn't.
What did you do?
Not Wind in the Willows.
What did you do?
It's in primary or secondary?
Primary.
Okay, primary, nothing. We just did the nativity.
You didn't do a summer play?
No, of course we didn't.
Oh.
Summers was for running on the grass for hours. We didn't really go inside.
Just didn't
and-
give you a play?
We just didn't really play. Although,
Christ
I'm so
alive. Yeah, dying.
soz, in our year 6 leavers play, oh God, still one of the greatest moments of my life. We did a play called Hagbane's Doom, which is one of them like children's musicals, you know, you can get, and you have the rights like children's musicals.
Oh, yeah.
And I played Hagbane. I played the title character.
Fantastic. Well,
And
okay. What is
And
Hagbane?
honest, Hagbane's Doom. Do you know what's so funny? I will run into people from primary school. Well, they'll tell me they're from primary school, and I won't have a fucking clue who they are.
They remember.
But I remember this, like to within an inch of its life. I remember everything about this show, which says a lot about me. Hagbane's Doom. It was about a witch called Hagbane, and these 3 children from the normal world get into the realm of Hagbane, and I'm causing terror. Let me tell you, I'm causing terror. And my ex-boyfriend, who was in love with me when I was good, needs to basically destroy me, not sexually. We were in year 6, and he enlists the help of the 3 chosen children that come through, and they basically.
And do they make you good again?
No, I think I die.
Right. yeah. No, it's quite classic. You're in primary school.
And I had 2 songs,
Of course you did. Oh, well done, Karen. Really thrilled.
and I had to walk through the audience. Of my
big
entrance.
moves. Big
I had to walk through
moves.
the audience.
Immersive.
And honest to God, that I gave the performance of a lifetime.
Believe it.
Like I remember, like the teachers being like, "Oh, you're gonna, honestly, you're gonna be in Corrie one day." And I was like, "Oh, will
Can you
I?"
imagine? You could know someone
Imagine.
like
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Could
Have you done your work experience yet?
Oh, I've cancelled it.
Oh, was it
I-
'cause of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you feel bad?
It made me feel very sad.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah, so I just didn't go. Also, it was stupid.
No.
I realised it was.
No.
Yeah, a day of work experience.
But
I
imagine
don't
what a
think it was.
day.
Yeah. I think it was just a
got
tour.
canteen lunch.
Yeah. It's like a school trip, wasn't it? I think the ages would have been a lot younger than me. I think I would have stood out. I think I would have
Oh
stood
my
out
God, you would have
a little
done.
bit.
But it would
Just
have
a
been
load
great,
of
though.
kids updated their Snapchat, and you just stood there
With a
with your
clipboard.
Google Pixel phone.
Google Pixel phone.
Yeah.
How long have you had the Google Pixel phone?
About a month.
Are you really sad about it?
I've made a mistake.
Right, okay.
I've made a
What's the
mistake.
situation with
To be
giving
fair,
it
you
back?
made a mistake the minute
Oh,
you
it's
started
done.
that process.
Can you give it back? Not really at all.
I think it's done now. I think
That's
I've
you,
passed
just a Google
So this
Pixel
is
guy.
I'm a Google Pixel guy for 3 years now.
3
For 3 years?
For 3
That's good.
years.
It's the longest relationship you ever had.
I was going to say that's a
Yeah,
commitment.
yeah.
That are you sure you're?
Huge.
Have you told it you love it yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Saving it.
Saving it.
For the right,
Saving
I
for
want
the
it to
right
be
phone.
special.
Speaking of something special, I have to tell you this. I left my agent
You did?
yesterday. I left my agent, to be fair, of a year. Like I wasn't fussed about signing. I sort of said, we'll try a year and just see how we go. I didn't want to do it, but we did it and it was an absolute waste of time. And so I left them yesterday. Now listen, I realised something about myself. I sent this lovely email, very matter of fact, this is this, I'd like to terminate the contract, business. When I say the email I got back, they could not have given a flying fuck. Not one singular iota of a shit that I was leaving. I'm not saying I needed tears. We're all business boys here, but not tears, but even Hattie, can we hop on the phone and maybe talk? Not one, they were literally bye-bye. And I've realised something about myself, which is I think I just need to be wanted.
Yeah.
Generally in my life, that is if I stayed unmarried and single for the rest of my life, but every single month, all my exes texted me once a month, just being like, "I miss you. I've never got over you. Life's never been good again." I'd be the happiest girl alive.
I have never agreed with you more.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want to
Absolutely,
be with my
completely.
exes. I don't want to be with ex-agents. I don't want to be with anything I've left has been the right decision. I fundamentally just want other people to never get over me. Never
Thank
get over
you.
me.
No, you are so right.
I know I am.
But this is so hard to explain. Do you ever with people that you've like finished seeing or you've like finished your involvement
and you're
with.
over it.
And you're completely over it. But you want them to never, ever, ever move on because you're the best that, like, I'm the best you're ever going to get.
Also, if they do move on, you're like, oh, so you're ill.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're mentally ill.
Yeah.
Like, desperately, desperately
Like,
ill.
I should have been your top.
Yeah.
Like, your absolute...
I should be getting messages from your ex, from your new girlfriend being like, how fucking dare, how could you? I can't, he is broken.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
She should be furious. She's got this sad, wilting sap of a man. And I realised, because I don't want to be with my agent. I would have stayed if I wanted to be with my agent. But the fucking audacity of just being like, okay, great, we wish you all the very best of luck with your future. I was like, how are you doing? Are you devastated? Are you okay?
They haven't even threatened to close the company
Haven't
or
threatened
anything.
to close the company, haven't threatened to blacklist me, haven't threatened to like...
Oh, it'd be nice if they blacklist you, wouldn't it? That'd be like a real like...
Good luck trying.
But like, if they were like, you'll never work in this industry again.
ever again.
Oh, that's a bit fit, isn't it? I'd be like that.
We're so devastated that we're going to ruin your life. We're going to Harvey Weinstein the fuck out of this. And we're just so proud and so mean.
There is nothing worse than indifference.
Apathy, babe. Get over it. Bring on the waterworks.
Yes, cry.
They weren't sad.
Oh.
Weren't sad at all.
They're not good enough for you, babe.
I don't know, okay.
They're not good enough for you, babe.
I know, but then this is what they do. This is what all these people do. They don't care. And then I go, fuck, maybe I love them.
Yes.
Maybe I will love them.
Yeah.
But I love him.
But I love him. It's like when my ex, it was like when my ex, I broke up with him. And again, what an absolute waste of space. And I was so over it. I mean, listen, I wasn't the most monogamous. And there's been greater monogamous. And I was like, oh, poor guy. Oh, I hope he never finds out that I've been, oh, poor guy. Oh, poor him. 3.5 hours later, we got a girlfriend. I was like, wow.
3.5 hours?
I think something like that, maybe 5. Like, I just remember, Instagram, I was suddenly like, hey. And
worse.
she's floating around. And I was like, and then you go, maybe I love him.
Maybe I love him.
Maybe I love him.
Maybe I've made a huge mistake.
And he is my love and my husband.
Yeah, he's the love of my life. I'll never love him.
I didn't want to be there. All my friends, when I broke up with him, were like, okay, thank God. That's when you know.
My pride is my problem.
There she is.
And I know this about myself now, that the minute they pull back, oh God, the minute they go, actually, no, I don't want you. I'm like, no, but I love you. No, but I love you. Yeah. And I wasn't sure. I genuinely didn't care in the first place. I was like, give or take, give or take, give or take. But the minute they stopped the attention, I'm like, no, come on, me. Here, look at this, look at this, look at this.
What is that?
Because I can't, it's a pride thing where I'm like, no, or do you know what the worst thing is? Mm-hmm. When someone's been obsessed with you or chasing you, mm-hmm. and you give in, and you go, yeah, I'm going to throw you a bone here.
You eye roll, you go, okay.
You're in a situation, you're vulnerable, you need something. And then they turn around and they fuck off and you're like, hang on, whoa, hang on, no, that's not fair. No. Okay, I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for the worshipping sad little puppy that was obsessed with me, not this cool rider bloke that's just drove off into the sunset without
cool
me.
Rider.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool rider.
I don't know why. I don't know why Grease 2 is in my head.
Guy.
I don't know why Grease 2 is in my head.
I love that all the guys you shag suddenly get a motorbike as soon as you
literally they do. And I've told you my theory, haven't I?
Well, what is it? You probably have.
So my theory is that, you know how there are girls, I'm sure I've said this, where there are girls that turn fuck boys into good boys. And there are the girls that are they take they take a man and he changes for her. I'm the opposite. I make really nice men into fucking arseholes. I'm convinced. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it happens, but I think I turn genuinely wonderful men into pricks.
Can I tell you something that I need you to know, as someone who's got about 10 years on you? I need you to know that there is absolutely no woman in the world who has changed a fuckboy to a good boy. There is no such thing.
No, I know.
But we have this myth that we can do it. All girls have this myth that we can do it.
I can change him.
I can change it. We cannot. I've truly, the theory on this is, and again, I've been around the block a couple of times. Fuckboys like Fight Club. No one speaks about it. I've only in my life been with one true fuckboy where his numbers are stratospheric. And I only found out after the event. Like he so did not present as a fuckboy. He was quite brilliant in bed. Like it was an art for him. It was an art. Because fuckboys know one thing. Fuckboys know that, you know what a girl doesn't want? A fuckboy. So they play a beautiful game. They don't even, I've never been more adored. I've never had more attention paid to me. I've never felt that someone was more available. Only after the math, you find out actually how many girls have been on the go and you're like, dear fuck. Like I felt like Will Ferrell. I was like, I'm not even mad, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Like, this is unbelievable. The boys who are all walking around giving it, they're like, yeah, a bit of a fuckboy me, yeah, a bit of a fuckboy me. But it's like, you're fucking not actually, you're aping fuckboy. So all the ones that you change, all the ones when it looks like, she's changed a fuckboy into they were never a fuckboy. They were a little mama's boy who wore fuckboy clothes for a couple of years and then they were allowed to be their true self because they found a girl who let them be like, you know when guys will go, oh, he got a girlfriend and he's dead, he got a girlfriend and he died, like, he doesn't come on any of the lad strips anymore. I was like, let me tell you something, he never wanted to go on the lad strips.
He never wants to be there.
He never wanted to be there.
Oh.
He was there being like, how many times have you got like calls from guy mates who were like, oh my God, like I don't want to be, we're going to stag this weekend. Like they're fucking miserable. When they get a girlfriend, they are finally allowed to be the person they wanted to be and actually sit and watch
Game of Thrones
for 3 hours a night, or like
and have a rosé and lemonade.
And have a rosé,
like,
exactly. And
have
like,
a bath.
Have a bath with bubbles that you've bought because it's not gay because you bought them, so it's
exactly.
fine. So they can have bubbles because the girlfriend bought them, so it's not gay, so they can have bubbles. They
use moisturiser because it tears.
Exactly, and they exfoliate because it's your exfoliation, so it's not gay, but it's fine. There has never been a fuckboy has been changed into a good boy from a girl. He was never a fuckboy in the first place.
True fuckboys stay fuckboys.
True fuckboys stay fuckboys forever, and God bless them. Like truly, we were talking about this weekend, me and Mike, because I was with Mike and Chris. And like, it's a mutual friend of ours. And I was like, yeah, he's a dick. Like he's an absolute, you gotta respect that kind of ability though. You've got to.
Yeah, have.
It's brilliant. Like what he managed to do, how he managed to like lie to me in a way that I was so I felt so completely unmanipulated because I was like, this fucking idiot, like
this lovable golden retriever,
this lovable little puppy dog who's at my porch like, but I love this. Unbelievable. You have got to respect that game. You've got to.
I love that you just said the lads that are like, yeah, I'm fucked. What did you expect? I'm fucked. What did you expect? I'm fucked. And you're like, oh, fuck you.
Oh, it's so boring. I had a guy once who was like very, very handsome and really, really lovely, absolute mama's boy. But he used to do this thing, like, I don't know, I'm just trash. Me, I'm trash. I'm a trash guy. And I'm like,
spare me.
What? Like, you have comic books in your room. Shut up, you fucking nerd.
Spare me. Spare me.
Spare me.
Spare me the shit.
It's so funny. It's like, I do think it's a funny thing up here. Like, it is. Obviously
it's a lot more up here.
It's a lot more up here. Like, because I think the Southern boys have been told, they've had it like crack around their head that like, girls want a sensitive, like they want a guy who's like, goes on the women's marches. And we don't, first of all. No. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. We don't. And so what they're doing is the opposite. They're doing all the like, saying all the stuff, being like, yeah, I hate that you guys have this inequality. Like, I'm definitely going to take split pat leave when I have a missus, all this shit. And you're like, up here's the exact, but then they're like, they don't text you back and they behave like shit and they're like cagey little bitches.
I told you I was fucked. I told you I was fucked. What do you expect? I told you I was fucked.
But I am in therapy and I am working on it. But like ultimately, I do have like massive trust issues that stem from my mum sending me to boarding school before I was ready. And Up here is the exact fucking opposite, where they act. You all act and treat and like walk around like you are these like fucking hard as nails, don't give a shit. Like I'm a fucking fuckboy. I'm a fucking like lad. I'm just going out with my man. Like, and then they are the softest, silliest, like biggest, lostest boys, and I love it so much. Like you've got the absolute flip reverse up here.
It just does my head in. I'm fucked. Do you know what I mean? I'm fucked.
Yeah, but I'm fucking nothing.
You're like I'm
yeah, but I'm fucking nothing.
Like you're so. You think I treat you like this because you're too good for me.
I knew that. Oh, it's so boring. So yes, I know I'm too good for you. I know that.
We are
But
all aware.
Here we are.
We're all aware. I'm lowering my standards. We're all very much aware, darling. Thank you very much.
But could you just tie your shoelaces up? That's all I'm asking.
Could you just text me like before midnight? That's all I ask. Just before midnight, it'd be lovely.
And none of them are fuckboys. And none of them, like, if you actually sit down and go, oh yeah, piece of shit, what are your numbers?
Yeah.
Tell me your numbers.
Well, some of mine have been quite high.
Yeah, but
it's not quality over
so I was going to
quantity.
say, like, you're like, do you know, like a scuttling rat in an alley as a fleshlight to him. Like, we are not, that one is... The more stories come out about who he's shagging, it's the best soap opera. Like, it's the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I don't pick easy prey.
I think
prey.
I don't know.
I pick quite complicated.
This is something I do actually want to talk about, and I want to do a bit on. I think so often about how many men we made paedophiles when I was at school. We were really. Did I say that? Haven't said this. No, we were like. I don't include myself in this because A, I was ginger, and B, my tits were growing inwards, so I didn't really qualify. But and now they're whoa. But my girlfriends were like 16, like fucking smart, like very developed, like knew exactly like because we were private school West London girls. They were confident. They knew how to hold themselves. They knew about jobs. They knew about like cocaine. Like we knew, they were so confident. They were shagging like 22, 23, 24-year-olds. We were 16, like 15, 16. They were going out to clubs. Yeah. We all had our fake IDs. Like I said, I do not include myself in this. I was a very late bloomer. God bless being ginger. And but I think about it all the time. Like we made them paedophiles. We did that.
Because they
didn't know. They were older and they had their jobs down. They had their like university, they were studying university down. They knew what their jobs were down. Like they were fucking smart. So they didn't miss. They had the story. Yeah. They were ready. And they looked like women. Like they could do themselves up. They had, good old boobs. They were confident. They had like, I think usually the way you can tell a teenager is, they're teenagers. They've got teenage vibes. They're a bit like my girls, no. Like they shot to kill. You know what I mean?
God, they were intelligent.
Unbelievable.
I had a couple in my school, but nothing major. I mean, I was busy singing show tunes. So
correct,
I was busy.
As was I. Yeah.
I was busy. Yeah. Busy playing Call Number 4 in Les Mis. But also getting groomed at the same time. So in reality, I was doing my bit.
So you were? No, you have to. Was he older?
Yeah.
How much older?
How old was I? 15 when I met him. I was 19.
Oof.
So I was 6. Yeah, so yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, I know.
You fucked from the off really, weren't you, Kay, actually?
I really was fucking off.
It's not good, that.
Do you know what I think about being in school? Was because my school was on Sefton Park. Well, it's actually it's been knocked down and rebuilt in the same place. Very strange. It's now a brand new school, but we used to run around Sefton Park in polo shirts and gym knickers.
So did we! In our gym knickers.
And when you think about that, how awful is that? And there was a homeless man. Well, I'm assuming he was homeless because he was always there.
Oh no, he had a house, but he just worked out the best view of the day at a certain time a week.
And he just used to stand there and watch as we'd run round.
Fabulous.
And the only thing we were told was not make eye contact with him. It was the only warning.
Yeah, but don't worry about arse cheek contact.
Yeah, like running around. That is wrong. I'm sorry, that is wrong.
Yeah, we had our little skimpy gym knickers.
We were baby girls.
Yeah, it's
so
wild.
You have to go from like when you were how old are you when you start secondary school? 11?
12,
11 up to 16 of like doing that. We had to run around what was called the loop, which is like I don't actually know how long it is, but like every thing, like I think it was like every half term, everyone would have to do it and you get times. And if you did it under 10 minutes, you were deemed unfit.
Do you mean over 10 minutes, babe?
No, sorry, if you did it over 10 minutes, you were deemed unfit.
And what then happened to you?
You had to like do it again. Genuinely.
Till you got fit.
Do you know what? No. I caused murder over this. This was my like Norma Ray moment. I was like, I fucking went mad over this. Because I can't run.
Right.
Well, I did couch 5K in lockdown because the pubs were closed.
Yeah.
But then they reopened and I was like,
bye couch.
Back on the couch. But my point was, at this point in my life, I was dancing like all the time. I was still swimming regularly. So I was fit because I was, I could fucking dance for hours.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't run.
Yeah.
And they're not the same thing. Like you
you're
can
right.
be
It's
fit or
different
unfit.
fit. Yeah.
And I remember the woman was like, well, you're deemed unfit. And I remember being like, stand down, sir. And she was a woman, but she was very masculine.
Yeah, they
stand
always
down,
were.
sir. I was like, you are go. And I
Did you dance at her for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You should have just gone full.
I am going to express my anger through the method of dance.
For 10 minutes. Solid.
But I explained, I was like, absolutely not. I was like, you're not deeming me unfit when I swim and I dance.
Yeah.
And I was like, and just because I can't run in 10 minutes, because I don't particularly fucking like running, it's stupid. I haven't got the right shoes because I can't afford them. Oh, it's quite sad. I said it and realised how sad it was.
Yeah.
I was like, there's just so many factors.
You're in jelly shoes.
Yeah. Just a bit of cardboard and string around it. And yeah.
Just one because you lost the other one in Tenerife.
But by God, I could dance.
My God, I can dance. It's Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot in Sefton Park.
It's like electricity.
It's like electricity.
For anyone not watching on YouTube, I'm also a phenomenal dancer. I am a dancer too.
Go home, Billy. Go home. Oh, when it's time to see some dance for the first time.
Oh, bliss.
Oh my God.
There's so many things that make me cry at the moment.
That is a phenomenal musical.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest.
Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot.
The actual on stage.
My God,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. When they sing Once We Were Kings a cappella as they're going down back in the mines at the end.
Heartbreaker.
Oh, fuck me. Jesus Christ. Political and beautiful.
Do you know in London, I don't know if they did it up here, I imagine they did not. Has it been on tour? It must
Billy
have
Elliot,
done. Yeah. So when they was in town in West End, it was on when Maggie Thatcher died.
I love this story.
Yeah. So when Maggie Thatcher died, because it's London, they actually go out at the beginning of someone went out, I would have guessed the stage manager or the assistant director went out to the audience in the West End, were like, listen, you guys make the call. There's a fuck you Maggie Thatcher song, I guess.
It's Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher.
There we go.
May God's love be with you. We all sing together on Merry Christmas, Maggie Thatcher. We all celebrate with you because it's one day closer to your death.
So they go out and they're
Brilliant
like,
song.
we have a fuck you Maggie Thatcher song. Do you guys want us to do it, or would you guys not like us to do it this week? And so every night the crowd got to choose. I think
every night they said we want to do it.
Yeah. But it was just so interesting that they recognised that in London, I guess there's still a bit of both sides. So they actually had to go out and be like, what would you like us to do?
Such good show. And they have like a big like pinata of their face.
Right. Okay.
And,
So probably that. Yeah. I mean, fuck it. Legacy's legacy, isn't it?
Sick, man. Absolutely sick.
I know.
But she's still dead.
She is.
She's dust.
No, she is still dead.
And really, sometimes that just gets me out of bed in the morning. I just wake up and think, you know what? Maggie Thatcher's dead. And then I get on with my day.
She is still.
Before my time.
Fuck you, Maggie Thatcher.
Oh, before mine! Fuck you! Oh my God! How old do you think I am? No, probably.
She's a cunt.
Did you have a bit much this week? Anyone do you think had a bit much, or did you? Just...
On that note, on political note,
Oh, yeah.
bit much is just the whole of America, Hattie.
Woof! Oh, we're going
Is-
political
is-
today, and I love
is-
this for
is-
us.
is a bit much.
It's a bit much.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
do you think it was set up, or do you think it was real? As in Trump being
So
shot?
initially, yes, like because we had Chris with us, and Chris was like immediately like, "This is a setup. Like this is an absolute setup. This is to get in the vote. This is to like." But I actually don't think they would have missed. The civilian wouldn't be dead. The CIA are too good. Like it wouldn't have been the CIA, but it would have been like.
What do you mean?
There's a victim. There's a civilian.
I know,
victim.
but why wouldn't they've? Oh, sorry.
It would have been.
Sorry.
Do you know what I
thought
mean?
You meant the shooter.
I don't think there would have been a civilian death. I think they would. They'd be too good. They're too good. At this
See,
sort of
I
thing.
think they've done it wrong, and I think because I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I can't see that being. I think. I don't know. I think that almost the civilian death makes it more powerful. I think, but I also did you see the picture of the lad that
the shooter.
the shooter, and he was like a loner, isolated and skilled, a bit bullied, and I was like, well, that makes sense, but also that makes sense. Why? I know this sounds stupid, but if you're isolated and bullied, and you like get into politics, you know for a fact you're leaning more towards Trump than you are Biden. Mm-hmm. When you think about it, he'd be prime target.
He's a registered Republican.
He would be a prime target
Yeah.
to be, hey, go shoot him.
Yeah.
He's Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
Like they've set him up.
Also,
to
they
do it.
always have three names. Assassins always have Thomas Matthew Crooks. Yeah, always have three names.
off.
Always have three names.
Insane.
So if you are an American parent and you're about to legitimately give your child three names that they're going to go by,
I wouldn't.
just know that he's going to get shot on a roof one day.
Someone's going to
Yeah,
ask them to shoot
to be an
someone.
assassin one day. So just it's something to think about.
And it's either going to... Well, obviously, Lee Harvey also didn't kill JFK, the CIA did. But,
Of course, sorry.
facts,
Yeah.
facts. And Maggie Thatcher's still dead. But yeah, I don't know. I think part of me just think it's set up. But purely because it's too good otherwise.
I think it. I don't think.
Then he's just been given. I mean, he was fucking
handed
nearly
it.
winning anyway, but he's been handed
it.
that picture under the flag. Fuck me.
It's okay.
And if I knew nothing about politics, if I just stumbled on that, I'd go, "What a fucking man!"
I know. Oh, I know, and it's so fucking irritating. Right? Can I ask you this? Because we've had this conversation before. We've talked about about loving a guy enough, and about I've said to you, and I actually spoke to Alex about it the other day, the same thing about how northern women don't leave. You know, I have this theory about how like northern women, I think, are the most loyal fucking wives and girlfriends I've ever come across. Like you don't leave. There is, I don't know what they have to do for you all to leave. I'm like skipping out like when they forget my birthday one time. Like I'm like, bye-bye.
They have to leave me.
Yes, but you're all just so fucking, and I'm not saying this because I think you're walkovers, or I think I'm kind of in awe of it that you just have this like greater good thing where you're like, we stay for the kids, or like that's what marriage is, or like that's just the way he is, whatever. You're unbelievable.
I can't be arsed leaving.
Jill Biden, what would your fella have to do? Like, what would it take? Do you think you'd step in if that was your man? And Lord knows you love a man when you love a man, and they are a rat in a bin, but you love a man. If your fella was 82 years old, welcomed President Zelensky on stage as Putin. No, stop it! You saw this.
I'm so
at
under a rock.
UN, he was Biden was on stage and he was doing his thing about we stand with Ukraine, blah 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 blah. Handed over, he's like, and welcome to the stage, President Putin. As Zelensky.
As in the president, he introduced the president of Ukraine.
Did he say anything?
Well, the whole room gasped apparently, and Zelensky kind of went up and was like, and he was like, oh, and he made something of like, God, Zelensky, I just had that other guy on my mind, like this thing. You're like, oh, and then he introduced Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, as Vice President Trump. What? Okay, would you step in? You're Jill Biden. Are you sitting there being like, babe, it's done. Honey, come home. Like, let's go sit on a porch, drink lemonade, and play Scrabble. Please.
I would...
Or are you doing the thing where you're like, I like being First Lady?
I would love to
you would
be
such a beautiful First Lady. Can you imagine you on the campaign trail? Yeah.
I would run a phenomenal political campaign. I have said this for a very long time. I would be a phenomenal First Lady.
You actually
would. I would shake hands with all of the poor.
Tell you would.
And I would go into all the hospitals. Yeah, I would. Oh, you're on benefits.
You say no job.
Yeah, no job. Fuck off. But yeah, like I think I'd be a fuck. Oh my god, maybe that is my dream.
And you just stick it out. You just be like, babe, you're doing a great job.
Yes,
well
my
done,
career
babe.
comes first.
I've seen how much you love Jordan Pickford. I don't think it's
That's
anything
not a
Jordan
career,
Pickford.
though, is it? First Lady's not a career, is it? What do they do?
Get out.
Sorry, this is the wrong podcast for this.
Get out. First Lady isn't a career. First Lady isn't a career. She's going around doing all the stuff.
She's waving.
Yeah, but I feel like there's only one recent good First Lady.
Michelle Obama.
Michelle.
Yeah.
And she is good.
Eleanor Roosevelt. Eleanor Roosevelt's the original OG. Eleanor Roosevelt was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like all during the New Deal, what she did for like literacy in America, going into like education for women. What she was unbelievable. Eleanor Roosevelt, I think's like number one OG.
And also Jackie Kennedy was fit.
She was fit. Yeah, she was real fit.
Natalie Portman played a lovely version of her.
Of course she did. But Eleanor Roosevelt was way before her time. Like she was all about like female education and like literacy. There was this scheme, because it was all during the Depression, of getting out into like buttfuck nowhere, like the Appalachians and like all the like middle of West Virginia, and doing mobile libraries. So women on horseback would deliver books to the areas that were either had kind of isolated themselves from towns or just like weren't going to schools and whatever, and taking books to them, operating like a library system. She was unbelievable.
What a woman.
What a woman. And her fella was in a wheelchair. Do you know what I mean? Like she was unreal. The guy had like no legs because of polio. She was, one of the most ferociously huge minds of all time. FDR, I think, did so much for that country. But like, Not exactly like Joe Biden. Not exactly the same.
Oh my God, that poor man.
But like, so
He's
those
a
two are
fucking
fucking
useless
forced.
piece of
Do you know what I mean?
shit.
I think, but with Jill Biden, you're like, I mean, also Hunter Biden, the greatest thing that's ever happened to the news ever. What a babe. Their son. Absolutely sure. Yeah,
Ew.
fuck it. Just snorts everything he can find.
Does he?
Oh, he's the best.
Oh,
Hunter Biden is
that's nice. Is
Hunter Biden
Biden
is a time. Like
Hunter
an
Biden,
absolute time. It's like Chet Hanks.
Yeah.
Like,
Hunter Biden, that's the name of someone that had a sexual assault charge covered up. Do you know what I mean? Like Hunter Biden.
Not like Donald Trump, though. But,
Not like Donald Trump. Oh, no.
So would you do it? Okay, so do you reckon Jill Biden is she just like, nah, he's fine, I really like being First Lady? Or do you reckon she's behind the scenes being like, baby, please stop, please?
I don't know. Well, it depends if she really loves him.
Okay, what would
Because-
real love look like?
Real love would be, come on, darling.
Come on, let's go
hey,
home.
you know
Hey,
what?
hey.
I'm going to run a lovely bath.
Hey.
And you can use all my stuff because it's not gay. It's not gay. Use all my stuff because it's not gay. And just come, honestly, just come home. It's all right. Come on.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, shush, hey, shush. Come on. There's a new episode of Real Housewives out. Come on. Shush. Come and sit down. Just come and sit down. Just right here.
honey,
right
we'll be
here.
happy.
Right.
We'll be happy.
I'm going to make you a lovely little tea with a little bit of honey in it.
On a tray on your knees.
On a little tray on your knees. Yeah. One of them cushioned ones with the cushions underneath. Put it there. Put it there.
Drop beans on the side.
Yeah,
Do beans on the side.
Put a little shepherd's pie in for you there, darling. And I've got a choc ice for after. Come on, you sit down.
I'll even take the
Biden, my
chocos out the
love.
wrapper.
Yeah, a little wrapper. Ooh, I'll feed you. Look. No,
That's love.
Get the nurses round and it'll all be great. And that is, but yeah, what I would do is I would stand there, I would buy a new suit and I would smile. And I would just go around apologising
Afterwards.
to all of the people that he misnamed. I'm like, no, he knows that you're not Putin. I know he's got a lot going on. He's just very like,
He's busy.
like he's like president. Like, he's very, very sorry. And like,
You're a good woman.
I know I am.
I'd have Robin righted it. In House of Cards where she
I've never
takes
seen
over.
that.
Oh,
Sorry, I've just realised I have something to say.
please.
And it's not going to be relevant to anyone.
Don't mind.
And I don't care, but I have to talk
Go
about it
on.
because I'm very, very excited to the point that I genuinely cried when I found out the news.
You do have nits.
No, I don't have kids. So I'm obsessed with NCIS, as we spoke about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing a spin-off and another version of NCIS with Tony and Ziva, which are the couple in it, and they're getting their own show, and we thought Ziva was dead and she wasn't, and now Tony and Ziva are getting their own show, and I don't watch the seasons that Tony's not in because when he left it all went downhill, and now we're getting a new series and he's in it and she's in it and we get to meet their daughter and they're going all and they're still together, and genuinely like maybe I'm not going to kill myself because this is great.
I might.
Honestly, and I know people are going to laugh at me and think it's stupid, but genuinely, this
really glad.
news has made me so happy.
Describe me where they are. So NCIS is what's it stand for?
NCIS, Naval Criminal Investigation Service. Naval.
So where are they now?
Ziva and Tony.
Yeah, what is theirs
Well, they
called?
were in Paris. It's NCIS, Ziva and Tony.
Are they still in the Navy?
No. So it's a spin-off of NCIS, but they're not actually. No, they're not. I think Tony now works for a high stakes, like a private security firm. I think.
Right, okay.
I think that's what the thing said.
Okay, so it's just bouncers beating up people.
No. It's like a...
Forensic crime scenes. Is that what she's doing? What does Ziva?
Ziva was an agent as well.
Of what?
So in NCIS, so Ziva, oh my God, so Ziva was from Israel. And she was in Mossad.
Fuck me, this season is going to pop off, isn't it?
So this was, so what happened was, Ziva is the daughter of the head of Mossad, which is, I know that you're taking the piss, but this is really important.
You're telling me that they are funding a show with an Israeli lead female who's an undercover agent. Unbelievable.
She's not
Yeah.
undercover. Who said she was undercover?
Was she just out here?
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the series will be about. I just know they're in it. But
I do.
I've got a good guess.
didn't see the news.
no.
Xena hits Kibbutz.
I don't know whether she's actually from Israel in real life. I don't know where she's from. But in the so she was in Mossad, which is like the agency in Israel, And she came over as like a partnership thing, as like, you know, to be like, we're allies.
bet she
and
fucking
she
did.
came over,
Yeah.
but then she ended up becoming an American citizen because her dad, who was the head of Mossad, basically had raised her like a weapon, not as a human. She has to do a lot of unpacking.
Same.
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 And I mean, I have been raised as a fucking weapon, to be fair. I am an absolute weapon. And then she went back to Israel because her dad died and she was really sad. So then Tony got on with his life without her, but then news came that she died. And it turned out that they had a baba. So Tony left the series to go and be with the baba.
Right.
And then it turns out Ziva isn't dead. She was in hiding.
Well, that's an actress who didn't get a job after that series.
She only came back for one episode.
No, but what I'm saying is she died because she thought she was going to get really good stuff. And then this is what happens. They come back because they didn't get good stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know that. It's like them people that keep coming back to EastEnders.
Exactly, because they really thought they were going to do well, and then suddenly they found themselves at Chippenden pantomime, and they were like, I'm probably going to have to go back into EastEnders, actually.
Speaking of pantomimes, Maureen Nolan's in St Helens pantomime this year.
Run me by who that is.
I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing.
Colleen Nolan's sister.
Oh, one of the Nolans. Okay, great. Well, that's great.
That's really cool, isn't it?
That is great. Well, listen, Kay, I'm delighted for you about NCIS. What time do they play NCIS during the day?
Well, it's on 5-star, 6 till 7, then 7 till 8.
Great.
They repeat, but this is going to be on Paramount.
Are you going to buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's good. No, I think that's good. I think that's the right decision to make.
I know.
Really well done.
I know.
I think we're all out here just making great financial decisions.
I think I own Paramount. I think I have a Paramount.
You own Paramount. Sorry. this podcast just got really...
I know how that got commissioned.
Yeah.
I am the first lady of Paramount.
I think I own Paramount. Yeah. There's manifesting and then there's fucking Delulu. Okay? Do you know what I mean? Like,
my entire life runs on Delulu.
I run Paramount. I love her. It's a bit much, babe. It's a bit much.
If I believe it, I can achieve it.
I know. Well, this is it.
Yeah, and what was I talking about? Yeah, I do have Paramount. Is Paramount the one that Geordie Shore's on? Or is that another one?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, whatever Geordie Shore's on, I rent that.
is.
Like, I have a subscription to that because I just really like watching Geordie Shore every now and again.
Too right.
Because it's great.
She was so great. I know this is really going to wind you up, this story, but Vicky Patterson was on the boys quiz just before Christmas. I'm sorry it's going to wind you up, but I'm going to tell the story because...
Why do you not like Vicky Patterson?
No, I love
she
Vicky
loves
Patterson, and that's the problem.
And I turned up to see the boys because it was after the quiz, and so we were the only 2 girls in the room. So I walked in and did scouse round because I'm a bona fide scouse now and I'm learning. I did scouse round. So I went in and immediately, even though everyone had basically a full drink, I offered everyone a drink because that's what scouse round. And so we did. And then Vicky was like, I fucking love you. And then we fell madly in love. And she's like the greatest girl. Like, she's such a good hang. She's so chill. She's so fucking great. I loved her the absolute most. Got absolute shit face. Called Kay the next day and I was like, I love Vicky Patterson, and she's never forgiven me.
I actually love Vicky Patterson.
I know. Shout out Vicky Patterson. She's my new best friend. She's fucking great. I know you do.
Worship her. I think she's great.
But isn't it nice that she is great?
7 hours. 7 hours spent folding those paper birds. I can't do the accent.
She's wonderful. But isn't it nice? What if I'd come home and been like, oh, she was a right twat. She was
been
boring
really
and rude. I'd be devastated. So
I'd be
isn't it nice? I
devastated.
came home and was like, she's an absolute banger.
I really, really want to meet her. And I want to meet her and Charlotte Crosby.
Oh, I remember her.
Because I love Charlotte Crosby.
X on the Beach was one of the best things. Like, I miss that show. I remember getting into X on the Beach. I don't know, it must have been a time in my life. But it like, the looseness of the word of the term X. You know what I mean?
Someone that
like,
you've made eye contact with once.
Someone this one time who fingered you in Ibiza, like, emerges from the sea. And you're like, and he's like, oh my God, it's my ex. Oh my God. Oh, I can't believe it. And you're like, what?
Did you ever see Vicky's one when Ricky came out the sea and she just fucking lost the plot? Like, she was like, no, fuck off. And it was just the most brilliant thing. Like, normally they're like, oh my God, no, oh my God, oh, hi. And Vicky just kicked
fucking no.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was so good.
I remember watching it actually with my ex at the time, and he wasn't my ex at the time. And
we were on a beach.
We were no. But I remember thinking, like, what's a reasonable reaction? Because they're all set out, like they're all on the beach, being like, oh my God, it's my ex. Like, what would if my ex emerged from the ocean? What? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'd be like, are you fucking lost? Why are you on my holiday? You fucking mental.
Like, it depends what ex, to be honest.
Or you'd just be like, hi.
Yeah.
That's a realistic one where it comes up to see and you're like, hi.
They still wouldn't let on to me. They just completely ignore me. I just walk past.
Do you know what I'd do if my ex walked up to sea? I'd be like, if you are not here to go down on me, get fucking back in the water.
Go down back in the water.
Back down in the sea.
It's either go down on me or go back down in the sea.
There's
it. Choices.
Jesus fuck. My ex didn't go down on me for nearly 4 years.
I can't say.
I feel like you're talking to the wrong person.
Have you ever done it?
I've never been on top.
Yes, Ben! No, fucking no. I like this. This is great. What? I love this. You fucking feminists. Ben!
Yes! Yeah, I haven't.
Ben!
It's bad, isn't it?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
How is that not bad?
I love it. This is like me and my predator. But like, it's so much better when I'm on top. I would, you know, when they try and get top, would you just fucking lie there? Stop it.
No, I feel like there should be a sense of variety here, Ben. Like,
I love it. No, but this is also testament to you are picking bold women, and I like that for you.
I
you
think
are
actually
bold women, good boy.
It completely matches your personality. Actually, now I think about it, because you only stick with one thing as well. You only eat your Rudies, you only drink a Danny Max, and you only do one sex position.
Right. So.
Ben, break out the mold a bit, darling.
He has also just arrived. He's only 22. Like
I'm just young.
Yeah, he is just only just arrived.
But also, right. So when I lost my virginity, didn't know it was going to happen.
No, you didn't. No.
It was just like, oh shit, this is happening.
How old were you?
And she was
17.
Fair play.
17.
I thought you... What?
No, 18. I just moved to Liverpool.
Okay.
And it was the girl. It was the girl from.
Yeah, the nuts one, the crazy one.
Yeah, her.
The first time I met Ben, I also met the girl who lost his virginity to, which is just a ridiculous story.
Yeah, should we tell that story? So I lost my virginity to a girl who I'd first met on Tinder, and then during the lockdown I travelled to Blackburn when she was from Rochdale.
This is the story.
This is her, yeah. And she sucks me off in Blackburn train station car park.
Bold women. Bold women.
Yeah.
Bold for train
Bold
stations.
women. Yeah.
But then I was doing a gig in the Baltic and I'd not spoken to her for about a year. And then she just turned up. She hadn't messaged me that she was coming. She just turned up at the gig.
That's what happens when you get big time.
And she travelled from Rochdale.
From Rochdale to see
So what?
you.
That's like what, 2 hours, whatever.
When you start getting successful, they just turn up.
And then Kyle Legacy was on stage. And when I'd been on it, he went, this place is haunted by the ghost of Ben Robinson's set. Who would shag that guy? And she put her hand up.
Bold women.
And she put her hand
She
up.
was a little bit mental, wasn't she?
Oh, she was nuts.
God, I love
Nuts.
that. Well, you can never get on top of them.
No.
You can never.
And then after that, like, there was another girl and she got on top. We'd been out on a date, both us bladders, she got on top. And then while she was shagging me, she went, are you sure you want to do this? And I went, yeah.
What face was you making? That's what I want to know. What face was you making that made her go, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Do you think you were just like...
I mean, we'd love someone that asks for consent. You know, good for her.
I mean, she asked for it too late.
She asked for it.
And I'm sure you felt very seen, Ben, didn't you?
I'm inside.
Yeah.
That's so good.
You do need to get on top at some point.
I know, but I've got it in my head now. That, like, I'm not a virgin, but I feel like if the first time I get on top, I'm going to act like a virgin.
Yeah.
So now they're going to be like, have you ever had sex before?
It's just about rhythm. It's just rhythm.
It's just about rhythm, darling.
I don't know what to do with my arms.
Well, first of all, you're not planking her. Like, you're not lying on top like
Zoom
like this. Like, you're not like or behind your head. Like being like a manatee, just like like you have to support yourself. So they go either side of her or under the old like it depends where you're at.
You know what it is?
You're nice and tall as well.
I'm too awkward to initiate to start it. So I always just go. Like when the girl who said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" When we'd been on the date and she went, "Oh, we'll come back to yours." And in my head, I was like, "Oh, she just wants to watch a film or something." And I'm so naive. I put on Alvin and Chipmunks Squeakquel. That's the film I put on because I thought, "Oh, well, that'll be fine." I've not watched it since I was a kid.
Wait, do you want to go back to your house and you put Alvin and the Chipmunks the Squeakquel on?
Yeah.
Why?
It's great.
It is great.
It is great.
It is great.
No,
it is
no,
really good.
I
I watched it with 4-year-olds and it was great.
You put Alvin and the Chipmunks the Squeakquel
What was the
on, and then
thinking
she still
behind
had
it?
sex with you.
Yeah, while it was on.
You had sex to the sounds of Chipmunks.
I lost my virginity to the Taylor Swift Red album.
Yeah, I do know this, and I really enjoy that.
That's fair fucks. That's fair fucks.
Like that one, I'll give you.
But like, were they singing at the time? You know, Alvin and the Chipmunks, they have all the covers.
Change your mind like a girl. Change his clothes.
Oh my God.
Because you're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're...
Well, you were
Yeah.
just
you were-
hot.
you were
just
yes.
hot.
She
just
checked,
hot and
you
you
were
were
yes.
hot. You were
Yeah,
hot
so-
and you were consenting. And I love that.
Yeah.
You were hot and you were on your back. And that's okay.
So the fact that it wasn't even the first Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No,
it
the
was
squeak was
Squeakquel.
fucking the squeak.
I think it's better.
Slaps. Yeah, it really does.
Guys,
I think the second one's better.
Yeah.
you put on Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then had.
Yeah, but I also didn't know, when I put it on, I didn't know that we were going to have sex.
Yeah, but what did you
It just
think you
turned
were
around
gonna do?
so much. She was like, yeah.
What did you think was gonna happen? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're perfect. You're perfect. It's so great.
You're not.
It's so, no, you are perfect. And listen, there's going to be a day where you get on top and it's going to be fine. Just think about rhythm, put your arms to the side, like either side of her.
And it'll all be spoken about on Bit Much Babe.
Yeah,
Thank
and everything we've
you.
spoken about. Oh my God, this is absolutely exquisite.
Where'd you put your arms? 'Cause now I'm
Well, they're
thinking
sometimes
about
under
it.
your armpits, aren't they? Because they're kind of underneath you. There's like a... Yeah, and then think about it, then it goes back of your head. Like, it depends where you're at on the bed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they should both be by your shoulders. Should they? Because that's a bit like...
No, because you're doing a push-up.
Yeah. I think they're like going round your back, aren't they? Because then you get your hair pulled. Yeah, it is, because then it's like that.
I really don't know.
I think maybe it's more of a like low plank where you're actually kind of more on your elbows and your forearms than your hands, I think. Gosh, I've never thought about what they're doing, actually.
No, I never think about what men are doing, to be fair.
But I'm then always on top.
Oh, no. We all know I just really prefer convenience. Hence, therefore, you know what? Mould me to what you want.
It's insane that with your beautiful breasts, that you're not on top showing them off. It's insane. Like, I have to go on top because otherwise I feel like they're shagging a 7-year-old boy. Do you know what I mean? So, like...
Yeah, but then I've also got a belly.
You don't.
Because under my boobs is my biggest insecurity. So my greatest asset is just above my biggest insecurity.
Good God. Is that how you feel?
Which, yes, of course it is. So that is a bit difficult for me. Also, it's just tiring. And like, you have to be like, oh. And I'm like, oh. Like, you know, I'd rather just be like...
Skludge.
I do it for a little bit. But what I've told you, my trick.
No?
My trick
I love a trick.
is that when you start kissing with someone and like you're initiating it, you go on, like you straddle them and do the kissy bit.
So that's you taking...
So that's me taking.
That's
and
you
then,
doing
and
your
then
shift. Yeah,
when it looks like on paper, it looks like I've done something, but I haven't.
Absolutely. Do you know what it is? It's when you're in university and like you have a seminar and you be the first person to say something.
Exactly.
You put your hand up immediately at the beginning of the seminar, say something, and then you're off the hook for the rest of the session.
Correct.
It's
and
like
that's
that.
exactly what I do during sex. So I make it look like I'm
bold
the one
call
being
up
like,
top, take the rest
and
of the
then
night
I'll
off.
just be like, yeah, and hey, I'm done. You take the lead on this one, and we'll all just pretend we had a great time.
Fabulous.
And then, yeah. I went through that phase, didn't I, of being absolutely swear down that I wasn't faking orgasms anymore.
Hun, stop that.
Because
you
I
have
felt,
to.
no, that I went through a phase of being like, absolutely not, I'm not doing it anymore because, you know, it's just feeding their ego and, you know, why should I be feeding men's ego?
It's getting it done.
I know, it was so stupid. It was so stupid of me. It lasted about 2 seconds.
Oh,
not the
God.
sex. The sex lasted far too long.
Which is you have to get it finished.
So I have to just be like, it's just so much easier. Like when it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun's coming up, all the alcohol's left my system,
and
obviously,
you're just
because I only
like,
have sex with them.
I just want to sleep.
And I was like, I just actually really want this to finish now. So I'm like, it's
Yeah. You have
night
to.
now.
You have to.
All
It's
the
not
best.
for them. It feeds their egos, but whatever. It also gets us like asleep.
I just need it to be done now.
Yeah.
I've lost all interest in you and this, and I've sobered up and realised that you're actually quite disgusting. So I really need to go to sleep now, and you need to leave.
I'm not going to get...
You've outstayed your welcome. You've been in my house for a certain number of hours now, and you've used one of them to sleep. Therefore, you leave now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
pillow princess at all.
No, I'm not. Do you know what?
You got on top the last one, didn't you? Last but one. You told me.
Yeah, because this is my thing. I don't think I'm a pillow princess. I think I'm a pillow princess with certain people, and then certain people unlock a different side of me. When I feel sexually connected with someone.
There we go. That'll be what it takes. Sexually connected.
When I feel like
You'll
that
know,
chemistry's there.
then you'll just know. You'll
Can't
just
wait.
know. You'll barely even hear the words to the squeakquel. Like you'll barely even hear the song. You won't even be aware of it. You'll be so sexually connected.
You won't be able to name any of the chipmunks.
Not one single one of them. Not one. In the moment, who the fuck is Alvin? That's
the
you'll
fuck is
say.
Theodore?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll never forget about Theodore.
It's not going to get him on top.
What would Simon do?
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, and on that, I just can't wait. Okay, should we finish Bit Much Babe?
Let's finish Bit Much Babe.
Oh, I've loved this, and again, just well played team.
Well played, team. Thank you so much for watching Bit Much Babe. I got really confused with what camera I was looking at then. One of them.
Just all of them.
Just all of them. I'll put one eye on one on the other. Thank you so much for watching A Bit Much Babe. I've been Kay Nicholson.
I'm Hatty Preston.
I've been Ben Robinson. Right, done.
Cute.
Everything's fine.